buckle up for safety as I give you a day in the life of online. No, not online. I'm actually there. Facilities maintenance. So it's finally warm enough that I can go and crack open the mystery. I want to pull this flashing off because I'm a little suspect about this area right here. There's a cap that they've got going over the middle that runs over here. And that's a seam right there. But you know what else I found? Right here. Water could be channeling in this little spot right here, which would explain how it was dripping between the seams where the two buildings were joined together. All I can do is seal this up, put the flashing back on, and see what happens. Okay, I think that's what I'll do. Check this out. With the cap on, look at that gap between the top of this piece here, which is just a cap flashing over the seams where the building joins. It only comes up to here, and there's an opening between the top of that and the bottom of this flashing here. So this gap, wind-driven rain, is going to get through there, and this is where the buildings are seamed together. This is where the water was coming in. Which now I've filled all of that with sealant now, and if filling this with sealant is all it takes to stop this leak, I will be very pleased. This will be the test. There's one of the containers I had catching water. And so this is currently dry. Hasn't rained for a number of days, so it's had a chance to dry out. One of the places that it was coming through was right here where these buildings are joined together, which leads directly to where that gap is. If that stops the leak, then I can go back afterwards and put some metal flashing in there as a permanent solution. But this will tell me whether or not the problem is solved. And it is something we want to get to sooner rather than later, because the last thing we want is mold growing in the walls of our building. Nope, we don't want that. So this is why I'm kind of stuck on this, to get it addressed. I'm up on the roof for what hopefully will be the last time with regards to dealing with this leak in room 252 of the modular. Conducted a little experiment. Sealed it temporarily with some clear roofing sealant, and then went downstairs into the ceiling of the modular, dried everything out in the basins to make sure they were dry, and went home for the weekend. And it poured rain over the weekend, and so this morning, Monday morning, I came back in and I checked them, and they were bone dry, meaning that, yeah, where that gap was in the flashing is where the water was coming through. So I'm really pleased. So what I'm doing now is a permanent repair with some flashing pieces. For things to be permanent, they need to be mechanically repaired, and flashing is considered a mechanical repair. It's something that is not going to wear out over time. It'll last for many years. So hopefully I never have to come back up here again for this particular issue. I started out with cutting these down in my shop, the flashing pieces, and now that I'm up here, I've modified the shape slightly. Just kick the corners in a little bit to wrap around the seam, and with some strategically placed sealant, I will now slip that in place and secure it. And that will do the trick. That is now screwed in place. There is a heavy bead of sealant running underneath here. You also notice that glob of sealant that I put on the underside here. That screw was holding that down. Water's not going to get in around here. And yeah, I'll just pop some sealant on top of the fasteners themselves to protect them. And this will last for many years. Just when I thought I was done, what do we got here?